giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry Elise II, the Mr. Fantastic of podcasting's Fantastic Four. First, the comedian, professional joke slinger Tico de Gallo. What's good, Tico?
Well, people talk it. I live it all day, every day, twice on Sunday, 3 times on holidays, and on them teachers' work days. I just be chilling.
Oh, so
Y'all
you
thought
got to
he was
teach us
going.
work.
Y'all thought he was going to cut a promo. He's just getting ready to cut a promo on y'all, but he just, he chilled out on you. But go ahead.
Yeah, I had to back down on the Quake. You know what I'm saying? That whole Ric Flair was coming in on me. I was feeling it. It was about to come in me, man. I was about to just woo. I'm sorry, my bad. Let me take that down. My bad.
I felt.
Go ahead, P. I'm sorry. I digress.
And the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good?
Hiya. Hello, everyone. Keisha with a Y, hip hop mom. I'm cute, smart, and I cuss.
You know, when you said that, man, that reminded me of that old cartoon. Remember they used to go, hey, ho. Remember that?
Yeah. That was also it was at
King Just.
Was that in King
yes,
Just?
and
Slick Rick.
Yeah.
and
Slick Rick? What?
Yep.
Okay.
And of course, our social media assassin number one, Rob Maximus. What's going on, Rob?
Man, here I am in the building. You know how I get down. Ruggedly handsome, geekishly intelligent, and here to offer a balanced perspective and to overcome some technical difficulties I'm having with my actual computer. Not my internet, but my computer is tripping. So you may see two of me today via my phone and my computer because I'm going to try to get back in on the PC. So that's where I am with it today.
Hey.
Rob, speaking of cutting a promo, would you like to look sad while we hum like and somebody says, if you would like to donate today
Yeah.
to get Rob a new computer so we won't have these technical difficulties.
And so I'm going to have to start an OnlyFans page to raise money to get a new computer.
Oh, they probably want to see the OnlyFans page, so you just fuck that shit up right on.
It's only 39 cents a day. You too can help
Rob.
Philadelphia Eagle fan.
You just cut out a whole lot of other people. Y'all just do not know how to market.
Get a computer, please.
It'll be an OnlyFans page with just the beard. Different shots of the beard.
And
right.
and his belly
button. Him rubbing oil and shampoo in it. You know what I'm saying?
Honey on the beard.
And
mashed potatoes.
I'll mess around and rub some oil on his belly, boy. You know what I'm saying? My OnlyFans page will be popping.
Buddha beard. And as always, our permanent guest host, you can catch him Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live and on YouTube. The host of Intelligently Ratchet
and
Bishop
the only
Omega.
fan page that deals with knuckles.
Word up, straight up hard body.
Don't give it to him free. Don't give it to him free. Don't give it to him free. Don't give it to him free, Bishop. That's 1999. That's 1999. Don't give it to him free.
Right.
Now I go toe knuckles on my premium on my premium joint. You know what I'm saying? That's like
toe knuckles.
Like nothing but toe knuckles on my premiums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's your boy Bishop.
Parts of that.
None at all.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch Straight to Tape Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Facebook Live and YouTube. Don't forget the audio version of Straight to Tape is available on your favorite podcasting platforms. Link is in the comment section. And don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms, IG, Twitter, Facebook, Straight to Tape. Folks, yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. But before we get started, is there anything anyone wants to share with us before we get? Sorry. I saw Rob and double, and it just messed my mind up.
Are we really
Anyone-
doing two Robs today?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's
no,
two of
man.
me.
No.
Y'all gonna get robbed at all angles today.
No, we're not.
In stereo. In
No,
stereo.
we're not.
Fortunately,
No,
we're
we're
getting
not.
a feedback, so cut one off.
All right, damn it. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna tell you, it really fucked me up because I was looking to the right and I saw him raise his hand, and then I looked down at the bottom. I was like, "What the hell? What happened?" No.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob don't die; he multiply.
Bye.
Oh, fucking gremlin ass nigga.
Right.
Who fed Dan Rob after 12 o'clock? Who the hell fed
Who
Rob?
put water on him? Who
Rob
put water
at?
on him? Who put water on him?
Told you not to. It's a dry shampoo. It's supposed to be dry shampoo. You're supposed to dry shampoo that nigga.
And he better not take the hat off when I see a damn white mohawk.
Right.
None of that.
Those spikes,
None of
those
that
spikes,
today.
those spikes.
Yeah. None of that today. None of that today. But look, ladies and before we get started, does anyone have anything they want to share before we go ahead and jump into our conversation today?
Go ahead. What's your test back? Did your test come back negative, Perry?
I mean, really, why can't he just say show your t-shirt? Why does why is there that like
I don't know.
Perry
Perry really got us wondering, like, you know,
chicky nuggy.
Did it come back?
Hey, Justin, shut your ass up, man.
Yo, that's hilarious.
That is a fair fucking point right there. That is a fair fucking point.
It is.
Fair point.
I'll have you know my issues were just in regards to rebooting. That's all.
Nah,
Yeah,
I would
it's a
rather
Windows
have-
update.
Who got
know
a
you ain't
t-shirt they want to share today? Who got a
I
t-shirt they want to share today?
I do. I ordered my because you know I'm part of the whole DJ live streaming community.
Oh shit.
And I ordered my Maceo t-shirt because he has this saying that he says regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm part of the dugout.
Pause.
Hope it ain't nappy.
Oh.
Aye.
Like
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, the dugout.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
now
right.
I get it. Now, yeah.
And I actually put this t-shirt on without cutting it, and I felt like I was choking, so I had to take it off and cut it. So, whatever.
She's a cutting fool, yo. She ain't even in the
I mean, t-shirts feel like they're doing like this to me, like regular t-shirts. I don't see how y'all do it, but whatever.
Yeah, Bishop had one on the other night.
Man, my t-shirt was yo, listen. That t-shirt Tico had on, you know how you have a V-neck? That mug had a W neck.
I had a W neck on.
Wow.
That shit was wavy.
That shit look like yeah, my shirt I had on, man. It looked like the remember the maps you used to study back in the days of the mountains. You see the mountains raised up on the globe. That's exactly how my shirt was looking. It was just.
You know, there's some commercial like about washing powder or something, some kind of laundry something where it's,
Yes,
you have a V-neck, you had a U-neck,
that is Tico's neck.
but you had a double U-neck.
Then he had a thermal. Then he had a thermal on under it too. So it was mad old school. It was bad.
Yeah, I told him I was old school with the whole thermal joint, and you know, I told him I looked like a priest from Star Trek.
A priest from Star Trek.
Yeah, I had the thing down here. You know, I got the collar sitting right there. Had the collar sitting there hanging out. It looked like I was smiling. Yeah, like I was smiling. But we ain't gonna. As you can tell, Bishop automatically deflected from his tight ass fucking noose around his neck.
Listen,
he had on. Look, his
a muscle shirt.
Yeah, muscle around your fucking throat. That shit was so damn tight.
He was just trying to show him muscles.
No, Key. This nigga's shirt was so
to
tight.
Show him muscles.
No, his shirt was so tight. NCAA came out. Come on, is there a lynching going on? There's a lynching going on up in Durham.
Wait, hold on. You meant NAACP?
He said the NCAA.
I
can't. Oh God.
Jesse Jackson came through.
My hair.
Anyone else have a t-shirt they want to share?
Nah, bro, I'm in reruns again, and
Gotcha.
a possible temporary
Shoot, Rob is not
retirement.
on my joint. Hold on.
Tico,
What we got?
Tico shares something.
Uh-oh.
Tico shares something.
Oh no!
Nice. Yeah, I hear body talking. Do.
Okay. All right.
That's enough. Okay.
That's enough.
B-side.
Anytime Tico starts rubbing his nipples on camera,
shit.
that's a signal to go to the next segment.
I almost X'd him out of the damn shit.
Yeah, because Keisha is Thanos with the stream. She'll cut your feed in a heart sec.
Damn, I saw that movie last night. I saw it last night. Cut her arm off. Cut her arm off before she snaps.
Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, look, let's go ahead and get started with the topics of the day.
I'm sorry, P. I'm sorry, P.
Hey, wait. Hold on.
Justin, fuck you. Okay, let's go.
Wait, hold on. I didn't get rid of Bishop. I didn't do that. Bishop. I love you. No, he just cut all the way off. Nope, That wasn't us. That was his internet. Okay, let's continue.
That was Bishop.
Yeah, Justin said I had a bootleg t-shirt on.
Yeah, look. Let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. So, this week we finally got the decision on the Breonna Taylor case. So on Wednesday, the announcement was made. By Kentucky Attorney General David Cameron, that they took the case to the grand jury, and the grand jury on Wednesday decided not to charge the 3 officers that were directly involved with Breonna Taylor's death. They did charge 1 detective on first-degree wanton endangerment charges.
3 wanton endangerment. Yep, 3 wanton endangerment charges. Yep.
And wanton endangerment was pretty much accusing him of shooting blindly into the neighbor's apartment. Neighbor's apartment.
So no one was charged directly with the death of Breonna Taylor. The bald-faced ass nigga that is the AG of Kentucky tried to pull on our heartstrings in his news conference, talking about his conversations with the Breonna Taylor's mother. You know what, nigga, fuck you. It just before this broadcast, probably a few hours ago, there was an article that came out. Details are starting to leak out. Not leak, but details are because of requests, free press requests from different news agencies, and that information being shared with amongst news agencies and then ultimately with the public, that it is now not even clear if Breonna Taylor's boyfriend was the one that shot the cop that got shot through the leg.
Right.
So this shit it's par for the course being Black and American. That shit is disgusting in and of itself, right?
Mm-hmm. Because not to cut you off, Key, but so it came out that the round that hit the officer was a .40 caliber round, which is what all of the officers were carrying. The gun that the boyfriend, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name.
I don't know. Walker, I think.
Walker, Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. His gun was a 9mm. So, like, this ballistic evidence is starting to come out.
But it's not, Rob. It's not starting to come out. They originally arrested him for shooting a cop, and then they dropped all the charges. Like this shit is just a cluster fucking fuck. It's a clusterfuck because they're trying to suppress evidence that holds them culpable for the death of this woman. Who the fuck? And it amazes me. Like some more like this is my morning routine. I would the pets wake me up.
Mm-hmm.
I go make my coffee. I take Cooper out on his walk. I come back in. I make my cup of coffee, and I sit down and I read.
Mm-hmm.
I read news. I read social media, and every morning over the past couple of years, I've had to tell myself, "Don't read the comments. Don't read the comments. Don't read the comments." There is this narrative going around like, no, Brianna was not in her bed. She was not sleeping. She was up in the hall trying to help her boyfriend. This nigga, he fired one shot. There were, and it was interesting at the press conference. If you guys watch it, shut up, Karsten. It was interesting at the press conference. If you guys watched it, one of the reporters, because after what's his name? I'm not going to commit his name to memory, but after what's his name said that they had a resident witness that corroborated the fact that the cops actually announced themselves, and one of the reporters asked basically like, "Yo, the media has scoured that apartment complex and talked to about 30 people."
Mm-hmm.
And nobody heard. Nobody.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Nobody heard them announce themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Not the apartments far away. Not fucking even apartment 3 that this dude is getting the wanton charge for. So how the hell? Like this shit is just some made up bullshit. It's at this fact, and I'm always one to want to know the facts. Rob has taught me to not be emotional because I'm super emotional. So I sit back and I wait for all the facts to come out. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Neither one of these people, not Mr. Walker nor Breonna Taylor, deserve the shit that happened to them. They didn't deserve it. This shit is it's appalling. It is so trumped up with details that will like exonerate these 3 cops that basically murdered this woman. She was shot 6 times. That was found out through the autopsies and released on the press conference. And he had to go back and explain where that 6th fucking bullet came from. And he was hemming and hawing and shucking and fucking jiving, trying to explain that she was shot. There was a piece of matter. He didn't call it a bullet. There was a piece of matter in her foot, and that's what we're going to call the 6. Like it is almost unbearable, the shit that's going on right now. And I'm not one to I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, but the bullshit that's going on behind this case is phenomenal, yo. It is absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I wear boots. That's why I wear boots. So I had to step through all this bullshit, yo.
Yo, I'm gonna say this right here. You know my narrative. You ain't gonna kill my baby. Give me $12 million and 11.5 million not be in these streets to go get after you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna need you to stop saying that on live TV.
Well, hey,
I love you. I love you. I understand.
So that's where I'm at with it. And also it's like this. I don't understand. See, because I don't go to the point that, you know what I'm saying, that he meant to come in and murder. You know, like murder is like you're doing that with malice and you're trying to go ahead and kill her. I don't see how it's not manslaughter. There's no way, because of the way that you shot 16 bullets out of your gun and didn't hit the person that you were aiming at. So that's negligence. So right. You got to be charged for your that's a lot of negligence. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's the whole way around it. So again, I don't see with that amount of negligence, why is it at least not manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, okay, we can't get him on a murder charge because we can't prove that he knew Breonna Taylor was there and he went to go specifically to kill her. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he did that. I think that yes, he was criminally negligent, and that's the reason, and that he should be charged with that instead of wounded whatever. I don't know what is that again? Wounded endangerment? Like if you can charge
wanton
and Jaina, it's like this. So at the end of the day, if you can charge him for shooting a wall, and he also shot a person, why isn't it manslaughter? That's what I don't get it.
That were in the apartment where the wall was shot didn't even hear them announce themselves. It was somebody up fucking stairs. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, this shit, I don't believe you. You need more people. Like, I don't believe you.
They're doing a terrible job. See, this is what it is. That's why it took so long. This is what it is. They tried to cover it up, and this is why we need smart people in police department and law enforcement, because these people got the GED program of cover-ups. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, they cut class through cover-up school, and then they out here, you know, I'm out here with C- cover-up. You know what I'm saying? They got C-, D plus ass motherfuckers in cover-up school, and this is who you got. Tell the truth. At this point in time, y'all might as well.
They're not. So what's about to happen is that
the feds about to get involved.
Well, the feds are already involved, right? Mm-hmm. So what's about to happen is that he's going to be pressured. Like, even the governor is pressuring him to release all. I'm not going to say all. But yeah, the governor's pressuring him to release all of the information that was presented to the grand jury. He can either say no, fuck y'all. He can say, okay, here's some of it, or he could release it all, or he could release some and redact a lot of it. Like, it is like grand jury needs to go away. And I don't understand, and maybe some of you, Perry probably can explain to me
and why. Actually, that's my confusion with this case. Okay. And with cases, you really shouldn't do comparison and contrast. And I really never try to do comparison and contrast. Mm-hmm. However, I take a look at the George Floyd case. Okay. That landed in the hands of the Minnesota Attorney General, Keith Ellison. Okay. Who did not take this to a grand jury. Mm. He looked at the evidence and he charged the cops.
Yeah, it's a stutter step, right? Basically, it's a stutter step where you hope that basically leans the I guess leans the scales towards those that are more favorable in the eyes of whoever, right? There's no reason to fucking take this. There's no reason to take anything to a grand jury. If you have the fucking evidence, you charge the culprit and you take that shit to court. Like, I don't understand.
Look, Kate, let me get back to the comparison real quick, okay? Yeah. Kentucky Attorney General Cameron took this to the grand jury, okay? We don't know exactly what he took to the grand jury, what evidence they were actually, what full evidence they were actually looking at. And a grand jury is supposed to be a just like any jury is supposed to be a jury of your peers, but grand juries are secret juries. So we never know who is serving on that grand jury. Okay. And as much as I hate to politicize this, but unfortunately it's already been politicized, and it's been politicized from the beginning, just like George Floyd was politicized from the beginning, just like Aubrey was politicized from the beginning. Okay. Cameron is new in his position. Okay. Cameron's a Republican. Cameron served under Mitch McConnell. Okay. Cameron gained the support of the Fraternal Order of Police. He's gained the support of police unions.
And didn't he express that support at the RNC?
He at the RNC, when he gave his speech at the RNC, he did express that support, while at the same time, is stating that his goal was to get justice for Breonna Taylor.
I mean, you know, he could say that all day long.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He could say that for
exactly.
optics, but you know, in the background, he could be doing you know, everything necessary to reciprocate that support.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm trying to be nice about it.
Yeah, you should be, and that's good that you can play that role. I'm not going to be nice about it because I'm a mother of black sons, and if one of my black sons ever, I
mean, don't get it twisted
like this. Like I'm so serious. I'm so serious. It would be a problem, and it is a lot. It is a lot, y'all. So I read this article and. Well, okay, so I watched his news conference and he got like choked up when talking about the letter he received and the discussions he received from Breonna Taylor's mother, right? No. I'm sorry. I got it wrong. I'm kind of putting one thing on top of the other. So he in his news conference, he talked about how his mother would be so upset if something like this happened to him, and that if he was lost to his mother as a result of something like this, and how he has done everything in his power. That's important to make sure that justice is served. Right?
Sound like a dog whistle, right?
No. It's not a dog whistle though, because later that day, I read an article that said that basically Breonna Taylor's mother sent this motherfucker a letter weeks ago that says, how would your mother feel? How would your mother feel if this happened to you? What would you think that she would do and how she would feel to get justice for you? This nigga used those words in his speech and choked on them. Basically, he choked on those words. If you go back and you look at the tape, he choked on those fucking words. Fuck you, Daniel Cameron. I'm not even gonna say kinfolk ain't kinfolk. You're just a seedy ass snake of a motherfucker. Like, for real. Like, if these niggas if they have you on a puppet string, then so be it. So don't present yourself as if you're one of us when you want us to be empathetic towards you. Y'all know I'm all about empathy, but fuck that nigga, yo. Fuck him. I'm so, like, it makes me so upset.
And I'm a black man.
It doesn't make me upset that he's a black man married to a white woman who had fucking Mitch McConnell at his fucking wedding. During all of this shit, motherfuckers are waiting for months and months, and you have an engagement party, and I'm not even angry about that shit, because you got to, like, we all work, right? And you got to fit life in where work is not.
Right.
But do not claim to be of the people when your black ass with no fucking edge up is doing everything that you can to try to make us believe that you're for us when you are completely against everything that is going on right now. Like, it's not this. It's like, I could see, guys, if we were back in the 90s, this shit wasn't like the shit that's popping now wasn't really popping then, and he was new and bald face on the damn fucking political scene and shit, and it's uncharted ground. We needed you to stand up and grab your balls and do the fucking right thing. You did not do that shit. You didn't do it. And it didn't even appear as if you were going to do it. I don't know why I'm surprised, but it makes me really angry that he used the words that Breonna Taylor's mother wrote to him and try to garner, like,
sympathy,
right? And didn't even acknowledge that that's where it came from. Fuck you.
He politicianed the shit out of it.
He did.
He politicianed the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this. He is the exact, like, if we wrote a movie and we said, yo, what should a bad DA or general attorney look like? It'd be that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would just be him. It'd be like the whole no facial hair, no shape up. It would probably be homeboy that play Big Brother Almighty. It would be him. Like he comb his, like you never. I don't trust people that comb their hair backwards. You know what I'm saying? So
hey man, I'm a big fan of Giancarlo Esposito, man.
Thank you.
He's a dope ass actor, man.
Listen,
I like that.
He should play him.
Esposito.
Yo, Carlos Esposito. He would be in this shit with his hair slicked back, with no mustache, no shape up. It'd just be him and his hair doing this shit right here. Like, yes.
Shit makes me mad, yo. It really makes me upset. Like, it really makes me upset. I'm all about differing political views, but this shit is just so fucking cut and dry. Like, you couldn't do nothing. Like, you couldn't do nothing. And in fact, I would have rather y'all done absolutely nothing than charge this motherfucker who y'all fired, the only one you fired, for shooting into somebody else's walls. Those people, again, didn't hear the cops knocking. And they right next door. She was in 4. They were in 3. The person that hurt the witness was upstairs. They didn't say what apartment. They were upstairs. And the press, as heavy as they roll, have interviewed 30 fucking people that live in that apartment complex, and
no one.
Now, let me. Okay, you all said that it was 16 shots fired, right?
Right.
She got hit
From him.
She got from him.
From the one officer.
So what about the other officers?
Oh, they was just shoot. They from what I heard, they were just shooting from outside.
Yeah, it was
Like,
at least one officer
So they were
just
shooting
dumped
from,
like 10 rounds from outside. Yeah,
from outside. Like what
So
it is right here.
It
wasn't a clean shoot because they did not like. First of all, if the perpetrator shoots at you and you're protecting yourself, how the hell you miss 16 times at the person that you're shooting at? You know what I'm saying? Like if you shoot 16 times.
Because she had 6 bullets in her, and he shot once. And now there's and he says he shot a warning shot. A warning shot is in the air, right? He didn't say that, but that's my thought. That's my thought only. Is in the air.
Who shot a warning shot?
The boyfriend?
The boyfriend says he shot a warning shot.
Oh,
that'd be upstairs in the next apartment. Right?
You know what he did? He probably busted. When they were coming through the door, he probably busted at the wall just to let them know, like, yo, I got. You know what I mean?
But that's not where dude's thigh was, right?
Right.
No, it makes no sense. This shit makes
because
they
shot themselves. They shot themselves. It's a 45 bullet. You shot yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got scared. You start shooting, and homeboy did the D Brown and just start blazing. He did this right here. This is he. You know what I'm saying? He's an old. It's like one of those situations where you what was he was Jay Reed. He started shooting like Jay Reed. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't shoot. He didn't have any gun control. He didn't training didn't kick in. He was afraid. He started busting off.
So so not only that went down, but we also I don't know if you want to hit on this, but the whole Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal jumping on it.
I didn't hear that shit.
Charles was like,
come on, Shaq. Come on,
Shaq. Charles was like, he don't think that he could put this in the whole realm of George Floyd and what I'm saying and others. And dude, I don't know. I don't know what he sees. I don't know what he's talking about, but I know he's getting a lot of heat for that. What do y'all think about that?
I don't give a fuck about Charles Barkley.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah,
nobody cares about Charles Barkley. But Shaq, though, like for real, Shaq Fu, like really,
Shaq's
Shaq Fu.
Shaq's a cop,
but he's still Shaq Fu.
Yeah, Shaq is
a cop. Shaq's a cop.
Yeah, he's a police officer.
Cop. Has been a cop. He's been a voluntary cop for years. Okay,
voluntary cop, yo.
No, yeah, I mean, you have auxiliary. You have auxiliary cops. Auxiliary cops that work directly with the police department. He was actually, he was actually involved in you remember your boy Chris Hansen, to catch a predator. Shaq was involved in in a lot of those type of cases. Okay, so I mean, whatever Shaq's view about the cops, if he's coming out pro cop, it's no surprise. No surprise whatsoever. None.
Here's the thing.
None.
Here's the thing. I'm pro black all day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pro black fuck shit. Like, I'm not gonna support you in some fuck shit because you're black. I am pro black for uplifting our people. I am pro black for providing education. I am pro black for everything except for fuck shit. Why can't cops be the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some are. Most are.
It just really bears more investigation. I hear the FBI is joining the or they're going to separately investigate. But if the cop was charged with wanton endangerment, because those of you that have taken classes for concealed carry, they tell us all the time that you're responsible for where your bullet goes. They say, know your target and what is beyond it. So if you have, it's target assessment, like Justin was saying earlier, it's target assessment. You have to know your target and what's behind it. You can't just go, busting up. So if the cop was charged with wanton endangerment, why not the death of Breonna Taylor? Because there was some reckless shooting going on from law enforcement.
Exactly. But the thing about it, the couple of articles that I read said that initially for Mr. Walker's bullet, they could neither, like the striations on the bullet, how they match them up with the gun and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They could neither confirm or deny that the bullet that went through the cop's thigh was Mr. Walker's bullet. That's why Mr. Walker was never he was charged, but then charges were dropped and he was released for the shooting of the cop.
Mm-hmm.
That my science mind says that shit doesn't make any sense. I mean, well, it makes sense, but if you carry that forward to the rest of the bullets, you know what I'm saying? The rest of the case, if this dude shot one shot and it went through the cop's thigh, I don't understand how you're not able to determine if he had a 9 and all the other cops had 45, all the 3 other people that were shooting had 45s.
40.
40s?
40s.
If they had different guns, why are the powers that be not able to determine, and they use some smoke and mirrors language around whether Mr. Walker shot the bullet or not?
Yo,
like
P,
that doesn't make sense to me.
Yo,
P, put a bow on it, man.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but this just happened like 3 hours ago. They just said that some footage that just came out. Can y'all hear me real good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said some footage that came out. The video shows, I'm going to read it directly. The video shows officers directly involved with the raid not immediately leaving the scene. It shows Detective Brett Hankin, I think it's
Hankerson.
Yeah, Hankerson, re-entering Taylor's apartment, asking if a gun was found. He said, I quote, "I'll back out until they get PIU in here." That's what Brandon said. And then he said, "I just need to know if there's any guns visible, any long guns." That's what Hank said. And then it says that
rifles.
Yeah, like rifles. Anything.
Yeah, I
Rifles or
understand that, but there's been no mention of rifles. That was my question.
And they were saying that Hankinson, he kept going back and forth into the crime scene, back and forth to the crime scene when somebody else had to tell him, like, yo, for real, this is me, prayer
Paraphrasing.
Is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got to get out this crime scene, man. You jacking up the crime scene. Like,
He
somebody had
was
literally-
the charge.
Tico,
yeah, like literally.
Tico, Tico, this is sourced from where? Where are you looking at that at?
I am looking at this. This is WLKY news
In Louisville.
In Louisville, yeah,
right?
Okay.
Louisville.
Okay. All right. Well, look, guys. Look. I'll say this: this ain't over. Okay.
Nah, it ain't over.
This is not over. Because there's still pieces out there. The full story has not been told, and let's hope. Let's hope and pray that telling the whole story is going to be the next step. So, guys, let's move on. Okay. It seems as though once again, and this is a question that's come up really since the summer, and actually really since the beginning of this year. Actually, the question's been there for a while. All right.
Yeah. Where the hell is Tom Hanks?
Shut up, Tico.
Come on, man.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Shut up. Okay. Shut up. We need a new joke. Shut up. Anyway.
Damn, that ain't no joke. That ain't no joke.
P, the next subject, please, bro.
Okay. Our president, 45.
Who's president? Who's wait, who?
Oh my God.
He's our president.
You're right.
Okay.
Whatever.
He's our president.
Whether we
Like
whether
it or
you
not.
agree with thank you.
Can you spit out the next fucking topic, please?
Rob,
Listen,
chill out.
listen, nigga. I understand
This
the game
is
is
real.
close, but we're not gonna do this every week for the rest of the football season. Okay,
Whoa.
relax, nigga, relax.
Can I step in as the outside of straight to tape? This
relax.
is the reason why. This
No,
is
no,
the
no,
reason
no,
why
no.
y'all need the button.
No, I said
This is the reason why y'all need to use the button like we do on Intelligently Ratchet. And this is a see, Perry, you're trying to be benevolent. You got to press the button on sometimes. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get out of it because it's family business.
One Bishop, thank you. That's the reason why I just muted. When I am done, you can unmute yourself and then cut in. Thank you.
I don't like it. Anyway, go ahead.
I know I muted you and Rob. Okay.
Just go ahead and put me all the way out.
Okay. So the president once again is not committing to a peaceful transition of power if he loses the election. Now, the peaceful transition of power is a part of tradition as it relates to the transfer of power from one administration to another.
What, like 172 years or something like that?
Pretty much.
Yeah, 174 years.
Yeah, so at a press conference, on Thursday, and this was on the heels of an article that came out in the Atlantic, regarding a plan by the Trump campaign to not concede, to use their, to if it's close in the battleground states, have the have the parties in those battleground states, or let me rephrase that, the governments in those battleground states seat electors and seat electors that are Trump supported electors to, if the election is in doubt, if it's not clear cut, for those electors to make the elections to the electoral college for Trump.
Didn't we see this? Didn't we see Putin did this? Didn't we see Hitler do this? Didn't we see, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is this not the fucking playbook? Is this not the playbook?
Yeah.
The thing that I'm worried about most, P, is the transition is usually they shake hands and the president goes and jumps in the helicopter and flies off into the sunset. I just want to know what fucking helicopter is he in? Is this motherfucker in one of those fucking Black Hawk Downs? If he's in one of the Black Hawks down, then you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be very, very peaceful at all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, we've been talking about this for months, right? This nigga is not going. He's not going to let go. He's not going to let go. And like, with the bullshit that's gone on over the past 3 years and some change, I've been expecting some deity or some grand force to just kind of come down and be like, hey, this is not how America works. But there is none. Like, everybody's scared. The Democrats are scared. The fucking Republicans that don't support him, which are most of them, are scared. The independents are scared. Like, we can vote him out, but please, again, now, get yourself prepared to protect yourself and your family. That's it. Like, it's scary.
And
It's
white
scary to
people,
think about.
let's take some history. You all left England to come to America because you didn't want any kings and queens.
Right. You didn't
I mean, you know, I mean, hey, let's you know,
call a spade a spade.
So let's look at it from a balanced perspective. Like Keisha said, like a lot of Republicans are saying, you know, fuck that shit. He talking crazy. If he loses, it's going to be a peaceful transition. Fuck him. So it's Republicans saying that. There are also people on the other side coming out telling Joe Biden not to accept the results. So let's look at it from that standpoint as well.
True that.
Right, because he's setting it up for, it's like this, like he's already setting it up for the narrative, you know, like how he just came out like, yo, you know, the mail-in votes are going to be tampered with, you know, and it's kind of like I'm trying to change the narrative before it even happens, and you know what I mean, and that's what every good liar does. You know, you try to set yourself up to look good in the end, so you start putting in these little adverse facts, you know, like, yeah, if I go to Tony's house, you know how Tony get. I get drunk at Tony's house. I'm gonna spend the night. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get you do different things, so that way when the story comes out, your lie looks a lot truer, right? Mm-hmm. And I think what it is like right here, because he's trying to change everything. It's like, yo, take your L. He's a sore loser, and it's people like, yo, he doesn't have to do it. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You're gonna make a big fuss for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And during this time, you don't know what's gonna happen during the country while we sitting here waiting on shit to happen. He's a lame duck and all that shit. So it's like he really doesn't have any power. You know, and you don't know how long this is gonna stretch on. And and honestly, I look at enough, you know what I'm saying? I look at it and think enough in the conspiracy theory. What is he gonna do during this time? What are the actions that's gonna go on, you know what I'm saying? Everything from, you know what I mean, something, God forbid, something happened to Biden during this time period while everything is up in the air, you know, and it sounds like he's biding his time for some shit like that. And it just at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? You just go ahead and be like, yo, I'm not conceding. Let's slap box, you know what I mean? 5 to the head, get the presidency. Like, come on, man. Like, dude, like you got the job, you didn't want it. You did a terrible job at a job you didn't want. Why would you want to carry on another 8 years? I'm thinking he don't want to leave because I think they're gonna still try to arrest his ass for some other shit.
Yo, Biden. Go ahead. Please.
I was gonna say. No, I was gonna agree with Bishop on that. Yeah. Okay. When you are, when you're sitting in the presidential seat, I mean, the only thing that can be done to you is impeached. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can't be arrested. You don't run that risk of somebody slapping some cuffs on you. Okay. Mm-hmm. You don't run the risk of that at all. Okay. So you want to delay that as much as you can. And yes, he has the history of being a sore loser. Okay. A sore loser. I don't care what it's been in. He has a history of being a sore loser. All this is one, par for the course, and two, a distraction.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. So, okay, when they do the transition, right? Mm-hmm. How many more days is he president?
Up until January 20th. up until January 20th. Between the election and the inauguration, that's the period of the transition. That's when that's when the transition team of the of the president-elect meets with the meets with the previous administration, and that's where the transition occurred. You remember the transition.
Yep.
You remember, the photo op with him and Obama sitting down at the White House together, and Trump was looking clueless and scared. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Right.
Y'all remember that? Okay.
Yo. So Biden
Biden
has said, they talked to Biden and was like, yo, what do you think about this whole, him not doing it? And Biden says,
I'm gonna whip his ass.
Biden said if the scenario played out, he believes that the military will be deployed to remove Mr. Trump from the White House.
Damn.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. If it comes down to that, if it comes down to some old, Olympus has fallen type shit.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's when I say, that's when I take a page out of Keisha's book and is like, listen, hey, prepare yourself, because
exactly.
all kinds of shit might start happening in these streets, yo.
Listen.
Rob, do you picture Olympus Has Fallen, or do you picture season 8 of 24?
24. I knew you were going there. Let's go 24 more so than Olympus Has Fallen. Yeah. It'll be crazy if it comes down to that.
I think what it's going to do, man, is going to be simply this right here. Like, if the military has to come in, it's going to be two dudes like, yo, get your bitch ass up. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, because I think that, like, the Secret Service is not fucking with him and all that shit. So they're going to do this right here. Like, oh, word? Y'all coming in? Let me go to the bathroom real quick. It's just going to be his whole Secret Service in the bathrooms. Like, they just going to go over to the bathrooms at the same time. They're going to be looking up like, did you see this? As the military walks in, man, look at this article. You know what I mean? It's just going to be one of those situations like, oh, I ain't see what happened. What happened?
like, oh, they need to clean these carpets around here.
Look at these damn carpets. Oh, shit.
Look at this. Shit looks disgusting.
Let me somebody go get the Windex. Hey, John, go down to the kitchen, get the Windex.
Meanwhile, it's paramilitary motherfuckers just running.
Just walking in.
But Biden's response is just as strong as Trump's. Trump's basically saying, without saying, like, I'm not fucking leaving. Right. I'm not leaving peacefully. I'm not leaving. So I'm gonna sit out there. And that's one of the things that I told you guys. I've been saying this, that I admire, for lack of a better term, about Trump, is that he sets a narrative and that shit is truth. Boom. Whether they're scientific, statistical, whatever type of information to back it up, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. There could be scientific and statistical information that completely opposes what the fuck he's saying. Right. If he says it, then it's truth for his people.
For his base, yep.
That is straight up damn cultist type shit, right?
It is.
So I'm gonna alleviate from my mind all of the learning that I have, all of the intelligence that I have, all of the reasoning that I have in my brain, and I'm gonna believe what this motherfucker says, and he does it, and it works.
The authoritarian playbook. It
exactly
is simply the authoritarian playbook.
Exactly.
You say it enough times, and those that are your ardent followers are going to believe it hook, line, and motherfucking sinker.
Exactly. So he has already placed doubt on the validity of this election that's coming up, right? He's already like, they don't believe it. They don't believe it. That's why I say it's not about so much the election as what Trump is saying about the election. So y'all go ahead, get prepared to protect your families. Like by November 3rd, get ready to protect your families. I'm so serious about that shit. I'm not even a gun chick. I never have been. You can ask anybody on this panel. I'm not that bitch. I'm not. But This shit is scary because the motherfuckers that are so brazen, like y'all ha 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 and laugh at black people beating up white people in convenience stores, or ha 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 laugh at Ricky Smiley damn sunning a white dude that calls somebody a nigga on a boardwalk in Florida or on a pier in Florida. That's funny today. But that nigga from Florida probably has an arsenal between him and 5 of his friends. And once this shit goes down, it's going to go down, y'all. Please get ready to protect your families. That's it. And I'm not even of that culture at all.
Do you think?
But please get ready to protect your families.
Do you think if things go down that this is going to go down to the Supreme Court? P?
I don't even know. I don't that.
Nice segue, Tico.
Excellent segue.
That was brilliant.
Excellent segue. Okay.
You know, now I forgive you for that dumbass Tom Hanks attempt earlier. That was brilliant.
Excellent segue, Tico. Excellent segue. Because yesterday, President Trump, his nomination for the Supreme Court. I'm
gonna take a brief break while
it did that. Me too. Let me go ahead.
I'll be back.
I'll be back, y'all. Yep.
Amy Coney Barrett,
Perry.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you get that spectrum and you get glitchy. But anywho, while I'm here by myself and P is frozen and everybody else is gone.
Perry, you frozen like you're freezing and you're talking like you're not freezing.
Yeah. Funny.
Our viewers are dropping. Our viewers just dropped by 2, nigga.
Perry's out here sounding like ad libs. And so yeah.
I need to get a drink. Bye. Go ahead and talk to the people. Oh God. Yes. I'm the only responsible one. I can't.
Left me here in my own devices.
I can't. Perry, you're still freezing terribly. Somebody just probably started watching a movie on Netflix in your house, and you need to tell them to turn that shit off. Turn it off. I'm going to get another drink. Goodbye.
Isn't that something? Well, it says here that Trump Supreme Court pick is Amy Coney. I think that's what Perry was trying to say, Amy Coney. And Barrett faces the white colonizations of attack, the criticism from the left media. That's what's going on.
Oh man.
Supreme Court.
Perry. That's what all I hear. Yo, that shit was hilarious.
Okay, am I still freezing?
No.
You're good now. You're good.
No, you're freezing now.
You're freezing up.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well,
hey Tico.
Well, hi Bishop.
Hey, where they? You know what they did? They left the kids.
They left the kids to play.
Yep. Yes.
And left the kids to play.
And this is where Straight to Tape wins his Grammy. Okay, it's Oscar. It's
Oscar time. It's Oscar time right now.
Never mind. Here's Rob.
Oh, here come Rob. Yeah.
Here comes the disciplinarian. Please, by all means, have fun at Perry's expense.
There you go, P. You good.
Hell no. Okay. And Rob, thank you for laying down
the what?
Thank you for laying down the law. I appreciate it.
I mean, I do what I can. But if you had been 5 seconds longer, I would have let this maker's mark take over.
Oh man.
Biden was, this whole thing, on some real shit, P, what you were talking about. Biden, he had said that what Trump is trying to do, what he's trying to do is trying to steal away the healthcare protections that's going on. What do you think about that?
What happened? What happened?
Do you
Well,
think that's just is that the one
Well,
thing that Biden is that the one thing that Biden could say that could make people think that this is a wrong choice?
Well, you got to understand, Amy Coney Barrett is a conservative judge. Okay, she's Catholic. She's she is anti-abortion, natural, which can be naturally because you are Catholic. Okay, she she doesn't have a great stand as it relates to the Affordable Care Act. Okay, so it is putting somebody in place that aligns with your base's thought. Okay, but that's what the Supreme Court has always been about.
Right.
From everyone that's on the Supreme Court, you have to line, you're going to line up with the party and the president that nominated you and put you in place. Okay. Now, with her getting nominated, and once she gets approved, the court goes to 6-3 conservative. Okay. And the thought of the left is that that could possibly put things in play, like civil rights, like like voting rights, like Roe v. Wade, which has always been the goal. Okay, that's always been the goal, is to knock out Roe v. Wade.
Yeah,
All
Trump
right?
said it's possible.
So here's my thing about that conservative versus Democrat. Roe v. Wade, I get, because there is a clear line of definition between the people that believe that in life, where life starts, right?
Right.
But I really do fear that civil rights cases are in danger, but I shouldn't fear that way. I mean, I shouldn't feel that way.
Exactly.
Because it is really scary to think that someone who has the power to really believes that I should not receive the same rights as someone who's white. And you could placate it and explain it away as like people shouldn't be litigated to do the right thing, but it's obvious based on history in this fucking country that people have to be litigated to do the right thing. If that's the case, then we don't need you. We don't need you, Supreme Court. We don't need all these laws. We don't need laws that say if you shoot somebody in the back that that doesn't work either, though.
For civilians, it does.
So, yeah, I got you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget it. Forget what I just
said. I mean, I get what
together.
you're saying. I don't want to have to be in fear of civil rights and stuff rolling back either. You know what I mean? So, where do we draw the line? Like, where does this new person stand on that type of stuff? You know what I mean? I think the biggest thing would be the Roe v. Wade decision. I think that would be the biggest target. Like you said, Perry, that's been the goal the whole time. And
it's the golden goose, bro. It is the golden goose.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is for the Affordable Care Act, right? Get rid of the whole Affordable Care Act joint altogether, right?
No, that's one, but trust me, that's the main goal. It's never been the main goal.
They ready?
Why not? Why not? I mean, everything that Obama has done from the time he got into office, he has tried to untie the shoestrings or untie the laces of everything that he's done.
Understandable, but Roe v. Wade goes before Obama.
Well, I true that. Roe v. Wade, but doesn't that? But
Roe v. goes back, and it's something that they've been trying to.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but at the same token, to roll on this this platform of abortion, and let's not think that they don't have their finger on the Affordable Health Care Act also.
Oh no,
I mean, I
most
think
definitely,
it's,
most definitely.
I mean, my question is this right here. When did Roe versus Wade go into effect? I don't know.
72.
70,
72.
Yeah.
72. Okay,
Right.
listen. Why y'all still fucking with Roe versus Wade? It's been out for almost
Right.
goddamn 50 years.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
at the end of the day,
Right.
it's like this. Leave that shit alone. It's a
It's part of
concept.
American, like it's part of American lexicon, right? Yeah.
It's right. Like,
Yeah.
listen, what I'm gonna say is this right here. Y'all out here fighting for Confederate flags from somewhere that lost, and then y'all like, yo, this is my heritage. Well, goddamn, Roe versus Wade is a heritage now. It's been around for 50 years. If you are younger than Roe versus Wade, shut the fuck up. Just thank God that your mama didn't practice it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You were here. It's about choice. It's about choice. You know what I'm saying? It's about choice. Because guess what? A lot of that is this right here. The reason why I'm going to say this right here. If y'all took Roe versus Wade out of the thing back in the 70s, guess what y'all would have? A bigger African American population at this point in time. Because you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you know what I mean? Then it was like this. Then y'all would have a bigger poverty line also, because there's a lot of women out there that were not ready to have a baby, and it for many reasons, you know what I'm saying, whether they were raped, whether it was oops, we made a mistake, whether the condom popped or whatever, you know, and it's like this, and it's been happening going on forever. So it's like this. It might be somebody that right now that's in the Senate right now, that's sitting in the Senate seat, that might not have been there because she or he would have had a baby and had to do something else.
I agree, but
So
I agree for the most part. For what I don't, it's not. I don't think you would have had a greater African American population because per capita, whites have more abortions than other races. So
well, no,
I
I'm saying because you again, you know what I mean, living in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Living in the black community, I know at least about 5 of my female friends that should have had 5 or 6 kids right now. Those are 5 or 6 kids that would have been running around here in the African American community right now. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just
right, but
saying,
how
like,
many white friends do you have?
man, I got a lot of white friends. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of white friends.
White female friends that you would have known that they got an abortion or not.
Oh, you know they hide that shit.
Exactly.
They hide
But,
that shit.
but
you very much.
look, white conservatives run on repealing Roe v. Wade.
When
They
their daughters are
When their
out there
daughters-
fucking without condoms and having abortions. Thank you very much.
Exactly, but
That
at the same
concludes my-
time, it still doesn't matter because they run on repealing it. They campaign on repealing it. They raise money off of repealing it. Okay, this is the, you know, Barrett in the spot. This would be their best opportunity. And Doc Rob, yes, I do agree with you. The test case will be the Affordable Care Act. Okay, if that's a fly, then this, you know, the Roe v. Wade, you know, would be the next topic. And if I remember correctly, there is an ACA case that's going in front of the Supreme Court. I believe it's November 10th, the week after the election. So we'll see.
Interesting. But what do you guys think about? Okay, so Trump gets his pick, and there's buzz about Biden adding more judges to the Supreme Court through what do you call it, executive order. I although that would be the lick for now, it would just go on and on and on and on. It really would diminish the effectiveness of the Supreme Court, right? So Biden gets elected, Trump gets his pick, Biden gets elected, and he adds 3 more judges to the panel, right? And then the next president comes in as a Republican, he adds 3 more judges to the panel. It just sets an unsuccessful precedent to me. What do you guys think about that?
I think that
there's no to me.
I'm sorry. I think that
No.
growth hurts. Pain, you know, growing pains hurt. if anything comes out of this, I think that the younger generation will see that this is so much bullshit and get tired of it. This is what I'm hoping for. You know, that they get tired of it and
They
just be like,
do.
look,
They do.
let's just get these bones in this old house. It's still sitting. It's got good bones, and let's remodel this house. You feel me? That's
You're right.
And because if anything that I'm learning, if anything, and I must give kudos to the whole election when Obama was running and this whole Trump election. I have truly have not been this deep in the fucking politics, you know what I'm saying, since I was learning it in social studies in middle school.
Right.
And if anything, it has opened my eyes to, like, you know what I'm saying, I you know, you see the sneaky, and you see the way that they are moving, and we've seen this for years and years and years, but to actually like really sit here and like see it, like, it's one thing to see it when you're watching daggone Spartacus, and you know what I'm saying, but
Right.
it's one thing when you're sitting here and you living it. I mean, this shit is fucking crazy, man. This shit is crazy. And I just hope these young generations know that, you know, whoever's elected, our generation will be okay.
Yep.
It's you all, it's the new generations, the new heads. You have to deal with this. And you know, and thinking that, you know, those 4 years just determine the 4 years that you're living, man, you are fucked up in the game. This goes, you know, way to your children's children.
Mhm.
Shit, man. I mean, man, I'm done, man. This shit right here is fucking bugged out, yo. This shit is bugged out.
The only good thing about it, like in 20 years when all the young folks are there, you know what I'm saying, all of these 70 and 80 years olds will probably be died out. You know what I'm saying? It's like this, like the old way of thinking is slowly at a crawl dying out. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
No,
It's
no,
not.
Bishop.
Not,
Long
not.
as
We
somebody can
tried
get
that.
some money, long as motherfuckers can get some money,
Right.
long as motherfuckers can get money, it's always going to be that way.
Right.
And
We tried that
Exactly.
shit.
but it has to
We tried
it has to deal with the person that you elect. And, you know, let's just be honest, man. You know, when you get into a situation and you start hanging around millionaires, you
Mhm.
know, your whole thing start changing. Your whole aspect of life start changing. You start doing shit that millionaires start doing, and you want to live that life. And, you know, let's be honest, these motherfuckers is not making no money. You know what I'm saying? Off top, so they have to
Right.
make money other ways. And as soon as we get somebody out here that's really, really like, you know, fuck the money, fuck all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, fuck the money. This is for the
Right.
people.
Right. I'm not listening to the goons that's at my door at
Exactly.
2 a.m.
Right.
trying to press me
those
to
are the people
damn do make the right
exactly.
decisions. Yeah.
Those are the people
It's
that
so
we have
deep.
to go
It's so
for, man.
deep. Right. Yep.
Mhm.
But how do you pick that type of person? Because it's one thing when they're in the ditch, when they're in the trenches with you, but it's
Right.
another thing when they're out the trenches and them motherfuckers and there's money coming through. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's
And
gotta be
that's
something.
that's the way,
always.
and that's the
That's
way we got.
always.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
That's
because
always
that's
from
I
generation to
feel what you're
generation.
saying. I want to recant my
Mhm.
statement. I realize that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's only so many people that realize, that remember where they come from. You know what I'm saying? Once they get money. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, especially if you're first generation rich, you know what I'm saying? Or first and second generation wealthy, because you still got people at that point in time, you still got people in the trenches. You still got your cousins and shit like that that can get you know what I mean, accosted by the police. You know what I'm saying? You still got an auntie that's still on welfare somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You got cousins that are unemployed. You know what I mean?
But it's not even about that. It's about where you want to be and what change you want to make. Like Daniel Cameron does not want to make change. He wants just to be a politician. That's it. There's a difference. There's a difference in being a person that wants to make change. Even if you haven't, like, I've lived a fucking privileged life. I still have both of my parents. I grew up with both of my parents. I grew up on the better side of town. Like, I have privilege. I get that. They have supported me through everything. Some of my friends have been supported through nothing and still are where I am.
Mm-hmm.
You as a person have to decide whether you want to make change or you just want to be. Daniel Cameron just wants to be. He just wants to be a politician. He just wants to be beside, and he's chosen a side, right?
Right.
And even if he was a Democrat, it wouldn't make me any fucking difference. He just wants to be. So in order to be, he is able to be controlled by not just the people. Let's remove the 2 a.m. visit to his house to make him decide how he wants to go on this, because that's why it took so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if he wants to be the greater eye of society, and by greater eye I mean those that have the most money and that control the most things, would decide exactly as how this decision was made, right?
Right.
The fact that they threw in this little fucking 3 charges of wanton endangerment lets me know that he's aware that that just no charges would not be. We can't just, like, I wish I could have been a fly on the fucking wall. We can't just not provide any charges. Like, that's not going to go over. Like, the country's bubbling over with these type of cases. In fact, this shit happened before George Floyd, and we've taken this long to resolve it. We got to give something.
Right.
Hey, guy, we got to give something. What, like, can we sacrifice one of these officers? Hey, look, this officer right here, he's been like reprimanded before for this type of shit. Yo, dude, you got to just take an L. Like, I feel like I was a fly on the wall, right? He's made the decision to just be a politician.
Well, you know,
he's not made a decision to be a change maker in his position.
When it comes to this, Keith, it's your last name. It's holding, having something. Nobody respects their last name anymore. It used to be a point where okay, let's say the Bethays, and let's just say my father goes into politics or whatever, and then I go into politics because of my father's name. Mm-hmm. And then, it goes down and down and down. I don't believe that people I think everybody now, they want to have their name in the history books, but they don't have anything to show for it. Like, Obama, Affordable Health Care Act, boom, that's his baby, boom. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any other politicians, of late coming around with those type of what's the word I'm looking for? With those type of accolades. Those type of accolades. You know what I'm saying? It's like now everybody's switching teams. Everybody's jumping teams just to be on the winning team. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the ring. But nobody's out here, you know what I'm saying, taking the shots and dunking the ball and doing all that other shit, yo. This shit is fucking crazy, man.
Okay, so back to Barrett. We got the nomination, and from here we'll take a look at the confirmation, and we'll see how that goes. Now, switching up the topic. Okay, so it seems like a lot of y'all out here are like straight up in love with Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, something, let's have a conversation on that. But before we have that conversation, before we get any deep into it, let me change a little bit here and just in case we talk some spoilers for those that are not caught up, I just want to make sure you see we might have a little bit of spoiler alerts here.
Spoiler
Okay?
alert.
So
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
Spoiler alert.
so panel Sundays. Okay, Sundays is on Sundays now you have Lovecraft Country. Okay, and we just had the start of the second piece of the Power universe, Power Book 2 Ghost. All right.
Did you call
Let's
it the
start with
Power
Love-
Universe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Power
That's
Universe.
your
No,
thing?
it's already been
Oh, that's right,
dubbed. It's
Oh.
already been dubbed the Power
I
Universe.
think I'm going deja
okay?
vu, deja vu, deja vu.
Yeah, it's already been dubbed the Power Universe. But before we even start talking about Power Book 2,
Nice job, 50 Cent.
Ghost. Yeah, your thoughts about Lovecraft Country panel.
Man.
First
I
of
love
all,
it.
This is
I love it.
something I could speak like all through the politics and all that shit. This is something I could really speak upon educationally about. Lovecraft County is probably the best.
First, you want to get the name right. First, you wanna get
It's
the name right.
country, nigga. It's country.
Lovecraft Country is probably the best goddamn show ever made in life.
Ever.
Ever.
I do agree.
Ever made in life. Because this, listen, homeboy. Listen, it's, you know what, magic, that's what we needed back in the day. I'm going to tell you this right here. If during civil rights, if we had magic, this country would be at a different place. Right?
Absolutely.
We would be at a different place.
Excited to see how it's going to turn out. So I'm a huge black nerd. I've always been into sci-fi and magic and shit like that, and have watched all the Indiana Jones movies and Harry Potter and just all of the witchery and all of that shit. This show encompasses all of that with black lead characters.
Yep.
It is amazing. Like, and if you watch some of the breakdowns, it goes so much deeper than what's on the show.
Yeah.
Like, the show basically pulls in elements of course, the book, but then other ideals and books and religions, and it's amazing.
But
I love this show.
let's talk about how H.L. Lovecraft was one of the biggest racists in the world, right? But he wrote dope ass science fiction, so he's probably like the father of modern day science fiction.
Right.
But he has to be rolling over in his grave right now.
I love it. And that I love even
like,
more.
Yo, the fact that he was so racist, and then the way it deals with
Fuck
racism,
you, nigga.
it deals with racism. It deals with racism in a way that is so eloquent. You know what I'm saying? It deals with the actual. Let me go ahead. Oh, you did this to me. Let me go ahead and get you back immediately. It doesn't deal. It deals with racism in a non turn the other cheek way. Like, I'm going to be the bigger person. Nah, Lovecraft is petty as shit.
What episode was that? Like episode 3 when she went out and episodes 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2, believe. When did Uncle die? Like episode 2 or 3? 2.
Episode 2.
So okay, so episode 3 starts out with the female lead buying a house in Chicago.
Yes.
In a white neighborhood. North side of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the episode, the whites were harassing her. Like, they would, and I believe this to be, and based on the breakdowns that I've the one breakdown that I watch on a regular basis, this shit went on regularly. Like, these white people would park their cars, park their big old Cadillacs, the big honky ones back from that time period, and they would take bricks and tie them down to their horns, and leave their cars there, right? So that the horns would blow constantly for in front of the houses of black families that moved into neighborhoods, right? This bitch took a bat and went out. She was having a party at her house. They parked the cars in front of her house because there were too many niggers there, I guess. Had their horns going and bashed every fucking car that was out there. Like, how many times have you seen that shit in media, in movies, in TV shows?
But we also have to talk about this. As she was bashing the cars, how the men went out there. It teaches when we say protect the black woman, how they went out. She didn't go out there and help her bash, but they had the guns. They grabbed the guns.
They were ready.
They were ready, and all of them sat there as they came out. As she was bashing everything like that, they just had the rifles on the porch. Was like, y'all go ahead and jump. And then Ruby pulled up when they started hearing sirens. Ruby pulled up with the other car. They threw all the guns in the back, and she drove off in the opposite direction.
Exactly. That's how it goes down. It was not our culture, though. That's everybody's culture. But we have not been able, over these how many ever years of media, to showcase how we do things. And it is okay that black people do things differently from white people, but we still have those things that we do. But we still have not been able to show that shit until this fucking show. That shit.
Well, I don't know. Well, the first time that I've seen defiance from blacks, Shaft and all the other shit, but I'd have to go with In the Heat of the Night, with Sidney Poitier. You know what I'm saying? That was the smack. That was the first time that you get to see a black man strike a white man.
Yep.
In a movie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Right.
I love this show because it allows me to not be afraid to be me. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, you had to be a certain way. Because I love to read books and I love sci-fi and I love shit like that. But living where I was living at a particular time, you couldn't let cats know that you was, that you were into stuff like that.
Mm-hmm,
They would look at you weird or you're not part of that cloth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I sit here and I see all these things, I'm like, dang, I remember reading that book. I remember that. Oh, wow. That reminds me of, the movies, it reminds me of
so many
old
elements.
sci-fi movies. I'm like, wow, when they went treasure hunting, that reminded me of Indiana Jones and Goonies. You know what I'm saying? When they was down, all that stuff just wraps into one. It has so many layers. The show has so many layers that if you sit and you just watch it and you watch the dialogue and you watch the characters, right? You got one aspect of the show, but you go back and watch it again, you'll see something different. And then watch it again, you'll see something different than you did the first two times that you watched it. That's what I love about this show. And
if you blink, you miss it. It's a lot. It's a lot if you blink, if you miss it. So, like one time when the kids were in the basement playing with the Ouija board.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And,
right. There was a lot. There was a lot because if you didn't recognize it, Emmett Till was one of those kids.
One of those kids. Yeah, he had the same tie-in. He had the same tie-in that Emmett Till was pictured in, and he asked, "Hey, is my trip in the South going to be good?" And the Ouija board said no.
Yeah.
And they called him Bobo, which is Emmett Till's nickname.
Yep.
And one of the actual episodes names, if you look at the titles, it's it has his name in it also. So it's like. It calls in the back, and also the same thing with going back to the point of her when she was in the paddy wagon.
Right.
They brought that same scenario, Freddie Gray being banged around in a paddy wagon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like so many. I like the way they deal with racism because they deal with racist people in there and the way they should be dealt with. It's like the racist cop got turned into a fucking vampire. You know what I'm saying? It was like this. You know what I mean? They deal with if you are in a space where you're supposed to be, and you know what I mean, they deal with racism into your face. You know what I mean? Like the sundown counties where you couldn't be a black person and drive at night during one of the sundown counties. And he explained it to him. And the fear, like when they were trying to get out of the county before sundown. And it was like the cop was following him, and he had to follow the speed limit because they didn't want to get, you know what I mean?
Just made it, yo. I was in my house hollering.
Listen, that shit right there was probably the most anxious I've ever felt looking at you like, come on, yo, go ahead and get it on. Come on, bring it. And it's like, oh shit, yes.
Yeah,
and then
it's an amazing show.
And then bump.
Right.
And then the thing
monsters.
that brought that home to me Garner was like that.
Uh-huh.
Garner, North Carolina was like that.
Really?
Yes, Garner was like that. Garner, there was stories and there was things being told and there was things that had happened in Garner where you would not make it back home.
It's funny you say that because I've been in this house since May of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was looking for houses, like me and my mom literally took 2 days because I just woke up one morning and was like, I want to buy a house.
Mm.
And so I found a realtor and she's an awesome. And she gave me all of these houses to look at. And she's like, go look at these. And then of course, the internet, it's got to be hard for realtors nowadays because they're used to, like, in the past, giving their clients houses to look at, but now you can look on the internet. So of course, looked on the internet and trying to find the, like, kind of best value for my buck. And I found this gorgeous house out in Garner, like the country of Garner.
Mm-hmm.
Went in, looked at it. Me and my mom, we were like, this house is fucking perfect. Yard is huge, fenced yard from a dog. Like, it just did not feel right. It didn't feel right driving through the neighborhood. It didn't feel right. And then I think I talked to you, Tico. He was like, nah. You, like, I told him where it was. He was like, nope.
Nah, man.
No.
And that's why
not where you want to be.
And that's why that hit me so hard because I've with these things that go on with prejudice and I don't know why I can't speak today. And all that other stuff. The thing about I love so much is that not only do blacks have to deal with all this other shit, racism, you know what I'm saying, trying to be equal, trying to find the right place to eat, this and that other. You have to deal with fucking ghosts and goblins. There's other shit going on. So not only do we have to deal with the shit that we have to deal with now, but there's a spiritual force that we have to deal with also, that we have, that this is what I have to say, that when they took us from our land and brought us here, and all these forces, witches and all this other stuff that's going on, there's a counteraction. There's voodoo. And people tend to think that voodoo is some real evil shit, but it's not. It's a really, it's deep down rooted African, religion. And when
that's all debatable,
you know what I'm just saying, if you listen, it dates back. I'm talking about it dates back, way back. So then when old girl came in, the witch, came in, tried to walk into the house, and old girl like blocked her. She was like, "Oh, how'd you get that?"
She didn't block her.
She didn't block
the spell before.
Yeah, the spell before had blocked it. You see what I'm saying? So not only. So they were like, well, we have to find these things in order to fight these, these witches or whatever. But we have our own types of, spirituality, of protection of or religions of that to combat these things. You know what I'm saying? And that also shows that
our own knowledge, like we're smart. We can figure shit out.
Exactly.
Oh my God, it's
so crazy because when I saw that, it was just like, oh wow, because everybody thought that this woman was crazy because she came in here with a goat. You know what I'm saying? Even the blacks were like, yo, this is I don't know, where'd you find?
And that lady's long since dead. She died like 2 episodes ago, but then 2 episodes later, some evil tried to enter their house, and they were like,
exactly.
And they couldn't get in because of what the priestess did 2 episodes before. Like, that shit's amazing, yeah.
It's amazing. It's so dope on. It's so dope on so many levels.
Yeah. Look. One. Shouts out to Jordan Peele. Shouts out to J.J. Abrams, and shouts out to HBO.
Perry, you are talking, but I can't hear you.
Great. How about now?
I can hear you.
I can hear you, bro.
I got you.
What happened?
Thank you.
I
You
don't
were
know.
okay.
I couldn't hear
Tico-
anybody.
Yeah, Tico couldn't hear anybody. Okay, but look, shouts out to J.J. Abrams, shouts out to Jordan Peele, and definitely shouts out to HBO for giving this show this platform. Right on the heels of the magnus opus that was Watchmen. Okay, took home Emmys, took home mad Emmys, and I'm expecting when the Emmys roll around next year that Lovecraft Country is
Hopefully.
going to be a part of it.
Definitely.
Yeah, it will. It will. It will.
It
Yo,
has
what do y'all
to,
think
man.
about? Yeah, what do you think about Power Book 2 Ghost? And let me just give my our perspective on it, because as a Power fan, okay, I dipped out halfway into season 4 when the show to me started turning into Empire.
A spectacle.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, well, that's what I said. Empire. It turned into
Empire,
a spectacle. Yeah. So then, at the end of Power, we hear about the Power universe with different series based on characters within the Power sphere.
Right.
And with the first one being Ghost, concentrating on Tariq's matriculation through college and trying to take care of his mother, who's in jail for a murder that she didn't commit, trying to protect him.
She's in jail for a lot more now.
Have you had a
Spoiler
chance to
alert.
watch it?
Yeah, I've been.
Exactly.
I've been
Another spoiler alert. Okay.
only because
what are your thoughts? Yeah, what are your thoughts on
it's
Ghost?
not the best show ever at all. I'm just nosy because I want to understand how the story progresses. It's not horrible though, and Method Man had sex today, so I'm watching.
Whoa! No one wants to hear
So,
Method Man having sex.
Power.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Power was starting to get garbage, man, to be honest with you. I don't know if the writers are the same with Power Book 2 Ghost, but this has been actually pretty good.
Yes,
The first
Agreed,
I mean
agreed.
they started even the first episode, they started off really strong. The writing has been solid to me. Shout out to my homie Elgin. I mean, me and Elgin used to bag on Power like a lot last season and a couple seasons before, because the writing was getting so all over the place, and
It started getting real soap opera-ish.
it really did.
Yeah.
It really did. At one point, Power was straight garbage, but I mean, it was our favorite train wreck to watch every week. We're still tuning in.
Right.
And Don, I don't know if Don is still watching, but Reggie, me and Reggie used to talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this show has started off really strong. It's got really good character development. I think the storyline is solid. I'm really enjoying watching the evolution of the acting career of one Clifford Smith, aka Method Man. That dude,
he's Cliff Smith.
That dude is
Cliff.
a great actor to me. You
You
understand
think
what
so?
I'm saying?
No, he's not
no.
that.
I think I see a lot of potential in that dude.
I see Method Man as a lawyer.
Yeah,
Like Method Man is smart. Method Man is smart. Method Man is cunning, and all the other characters that I've seen Cliff Smith play have been such. It's still the same character. It's just expounded. He's smart. He's all of those things. He's just playing a lawyer now, and he has a larger role.
Yeah, but
I
you
don't
got to
like
understand though.
this lawyer.
But
I don't like the way he talks. Like my thing is this right here. Like Method Man and Keanu was a good Method Man acting. I don't like the way how he's like, "Hi guys, I'm Method Man and I'm a lawyer." Do. Like I don't. He don't come off believable to me. Keanu, the cat joint. He said I liked him in that. I think his acting was stronger in that shit.
I haven't seen that.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's watched
I've
that
seen
much.
it. I've seen it. But look, it's like
funny.
it's
funny.
To me, the show. I mean, I don't understand how they're going to do the spinoff with Ghost, Tommy, and Kane when they're young.
I'm ready to see Tommy
because number one. I'm so sorry, I'm talking. But number one is that this right here, it's showing me how Ghost moved. I mean, you think about it. He is Ghost. The little Hispanic chick in school, that's Angela. The little thugged out chick at Mary J's spot, that's Tasha. You know what I'm saying? And we got Kane, which is Kane. You know what I'm saying?
Is that it? Whoa, wait. Is that what we're doing right now?
I'm just saying that's to me, that's what I see. To me, that's what I see.
I get it from the title, but it's not like this is supposed to be. I mean, I get it.
Think about the story. Think about the story.
Yeah.
Think about Ghost. And
but
think
that
about
little
how they all
Hispanic
met.
girl, she ain't Hispanic. She's like black, all the way black. Her parents are black.
But hold tight.
She's Angela. She's Angela type. Let's put it
right. She's straight laced. She's in school.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's a college girl. All that type of stuff. And he got his homie. He's got his homie with him at Stansfield or whatever.
Tommy. But he's not like Tommy. He wants to be Tommy, but Tariq says, "Oh, I see how I could use him." And you have to think too, when Tariq is around him, he is himself. He can truly be himself. So all I see is, he is Ghost. As much as it's like me and my father. At one particular time I didn't care too much for my father. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be like him. I didn't want to, I used to hear all that stuff. Hold on a second, bitch. You used to walk like him. You talk like him. I didn't want to do anything like that, and he doesn't. He's a mechanic. And when I tried to join the Navy, they were like, yo, work on the ships. I didn't want to do that. So as much as you try to buck, not trying to be like somebody, you will wind up being like him. So you think about it. He does the same thing Ghost does. He takes care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? In order for him to get his end result. So so I mean, I'm really skeptical to see how they're going to do the whole, back in the day Ghost story and how
because that's supposed to be a completely different series, right?
So, exactly. So are we going to see the same story? That's the thing I'm worried about.
I get it. You said it's the same thing as what we're watching right now,
right?
Tico, I see that, okay, but at the same time, it's a power trope. It's what it's supposed to be. It's going to be a power trope. However, okay, I look at things like the incredible performance right now that Mary J. Blige is giving as Monet Tejada.
Oh, Mary J. been putting in work. Mary J. been putting in work, yo.
She is gangster in this fucking Spanish pendejo.
Can I say this right here? Mary J. Blige cannot act, yo. Her acting makes me itch. She be like, I want you to go kill somebody. Like, that's why I hate Mary J. Blige acting in this shit. Like, I just want her not to have lines.
Disagree.
Just
totally disagree.
Yeah. I think she's doing a good job.
Like, you got the dude that play Bobby Brown.
Kane.
That's her son. That's her son.
Play Bobby Brown.
That's her son. Yeah.
Her son. Her son. I like her son. Her son should run her lines for her. She should just, in the movies, when you see people in the movies or whatever, when they don't have lines, but they have an important part, and they just nod to each other like, that's what she should do. That shit, because when she talking to me, it make me itch, man. I hate her.
It has room to grow. It has a lot of potential to grow, and like Rob was saying, meth. I think the more he gets into it, the more he'll start evolving. You know what I'm saying, into the role. I like Meth as a lawyer, like you said, Bishop. I do see Meth as Method Man playing a lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, but I
cheating on his wife.
Yeah, but I do get, but I do get, hey, he is out here expanding his vocabulary, because to be a lawyer, you got to know that terminology, bro. You got to know that terminology.
Hey, look. Yeah,
I think he's nailing it. I think
He's
he's nailing that role.
He's nailing it.
Agree. And just to wrap, and Rob, I want to see if you agree with me on this. Okay, this story is about Tariq. Okay,
Yeah.
it is about Tariq and Tariq's movements as he takes over his father's place in this family. That's what it's about.
From the
And,
Himalayas.
yeah. And I gotta agree. Look, Michael Rainey Jr. is doing a great job. I mean,
Yep.
I've watched the first 3 episodes of this, and
you don't want to kill Tariq.
I can't.
Yeah, exactly. No, in this, I like Tariq. He is finally grown on me.
Tariq, not even an actor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, his dad, even though his death, did exactly what he was been trying to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now
if you watch today's episode, there's a single moment where he acknowledges that.
Yeah, because you think about it, while he's in school, not only in order for him to get this money, he has to maintain a fucking B or B average, you know what I'm saying, in order to get this money.
Mm-hmm.
So he's forced, not too much forced. He has to, dive into these books, which in turns, you know what I'm saying, maybe he'll start thinking another way.
On top of that, he's writing it homeboy's papers.
Exactly. He's writing so he's doing double work. So,
Can I say this right here? This right here shows the genius of what I think I said in like about a few episodes ago, about the genius of certain people that were forced to be in drug life. Because you are not doing what Tariq and Ghost are doing without having genius level intellect.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
what I'm saying? It's like this, because we look at Ghost like he's cannot. No, you have to be fucking brilliant to think 10 steps ahead. In the event of my death, when everything's going right for me, I'm about to be the vice, you know what I'm saying, in the Senate. In the event of my death, I'm gonna put in my will that Tommy gets his car back. That Tasha and them can't get the money until Tariq goes to college. He overthought that. You know what I'm saying? So with him still being in a public life and also and it's like this, and Tariq being as smart as he is, he's a fucking, like, the classes that he's taking, also running a successful drug business himself, or trying to really establish himself as a successful drug dealer, and also writing somebody else's papers, but then having to dumb himself down to write like someone else. Come on, man. This like this.
And this dude is not going to Wake Tech.
No,
This dude is not going to Wake Tech.
He had Duke right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So his classes are like, and in order for him to, and his mind is thinking is like, yo, if I take these classes, I can graduate early.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No matter how hard the fucking classes are.
All I want to know is when this motherfucker sleep. That's all I want to know is when this motherfucker sleep. Because you know what I'm saying? I've never seen this nigga take a nap or nothing. He's writing papers. He's on, and and for him to talk in these classes about these books and stuff like that, to put his own spin. That is exactly what educators are trying to do, to make you think outside of the box. Not just to give you what you think that I want to hear. Remember, he got busted for that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what you think. And being a thinker like that helps him move, you know what I'm saying, in these different lights. I mean, shit, if it wasn't for Angela giving Ghost books, he'd probably still be an old fucking street nigga.
Right.
True that.
Basically.
Well, look.
All right,
Look. Sunday viewing. Definitely check it out. I know tonight I'm probably going to be checking out Fargo to see how Chris Rock puts that down.
Does that come out tonight?
Yeah, it comes out tonight.
What station?
That's tonight. That's on FX, but it will be on. It will replay on Hulu tomorrow. Okay.
Can I ask you a question about Fargo? What did they change? Did they change? Because I thought Fargo was like modern day. When did they change it?
No, they I think they change it every season.
Every season is something different.
Just kind of similar to American Horror Story. Yeah.
Similar tied in characters.
Yeah. Yo, Tico,
Yes,
do you have anything weird for us today, bro?
I surely do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tico's Theater of the Weird.
Well, this story is all about your hearing. Well, not necessarily, but I guess if the Vietnamese people would have heard them coming, bada boom boom, would have did this. Police raided in Vietnam, 300,000 used condoms being packaged for resale. So the police had raided this place where they found about, I say like 320,000 recycled used condoms that were being repackaged in new as new. Yeah. So yeah, that, sir, is weird. And you really need to, people, if you're wearing condoms, which you should be, all I know is be careful, because if the baby comes out, Vietnamese, it's not yours. This is probably the reason why. And men,
hilarious.
And men, please put on the condom correctly, because you don't want to get yourself pregnant, because that's fucked up. So yeah, that right there is weird in itself. So
what that made me think of is like how many of the women on Maury Povich was right. Like, you were the only guy I slept with, and then all of a sudden, he just happened to have
you are not the father.
You are not the father.
I did a lot of research on this story. I did a lot of research, and I couldn't really find a whole lot about the process. It is disturbing, though. It's disturbing. Like, that was, what country was that? China? No,
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Vietnam.
Can somebody look at their condom package and see where it comes from?
All I know is that they washed it.
Y'all not gonna do it.
They say that they said that they washed it, but they had to reshape it. I don't know how that works.
Can I ask you a question though? What is the worst job, the collector or the washer? Which job are you going with? And they like at the bottom of the totem pole, because you know, if somebody get made $5.50 an hour collecting and washing these condoms.
Where did they collect them from? Did I miss that part?
No, I just said they were recyclable.
But where did they collect them from?
I'm not certain about that. Now, that right there is another story that
I don't
I'm
believe.
Dig a little bit deeper.
I don't believe it. I think this is an effort to distract us from the.
This is CBS. This is CBS News. I got this from.
Does not make sense. There's a story like this is a distraction, yo. Like,
no, it's not.
How would you? Did y'all see the picture of the big bag of condoms?
Yep. Yeah, hotel rooms. It's a bunch of hotel rooms in there. All you have to do, it's like this. All you have to do is go to a seedy hotel room that you charge by the hour. You know what I'm saying? And that's your farm right there, your condom farm right there.
Or you can repackage them and send them to childhood parents or to the clinic.
Pick them out just like this.
I don't want to. No, absolutely.
K, no. K, save us.
After this, I feel like I should end on a high note, but I'm not going to. In Logan, Ohio, there was a middle school football game. There's a middle school football game, and there was a mandate to wear masks, but one of the parents decided that she was not going to wear a mask, her or her friend, right? Mm-hmm. So a black cop decided he was a school resource, is moonlighting as a school resource officer, and an assistant principal went and had a talk with her and was like, yo, you you got to wear a mask. And she just gave her whole anti-mask spiel. And then a melee ensued, basically. So the cop decided, because she was asked to leave, she wouldn't leave, she wouldn't put on a mask. So the cop ended up tasing her on the shoulder to gain compliance because she would not leave. And I believe by several accounts, the friend put her hands on the police officer. She has not been arrested yet, but this woman was arrested because of her lack of not has nothing to do with the mask. It was trespassing and like basically something smaller, but it's similar to assaulting an officer. I say all that to say that the lady was white and the cop was black. He was a cop. He had police on the back of his shirt. Do you know what the people did? Just guess.
Well, first of all, they were questioning whether or not he was a cop, right? Like a real cop.
Yeah. They were questioning whether or not he was a real cop on social media, but like in real life, the same people that probably were like Blue Lives Matter were calling calling the precinct and threatening this guy's life via calls to the switchboard at the precinct and via social media. He is a black cop.
Yeah, and they were, like I said, they were questioning whether or not is he even a real cop with police clearly emblazoned on the back of his shirt?
On the back of his shirt, right?
Yep.
And like you said, after in the aftermath, calls and all types of threats and stuff were being communicated via telephone and social media.
But I thought
to the precinct, right? No, they don't unless it's a white cop.
No, but the school loved the police officer. Like they were like Smith. His name is Smith. His name is Smitty. His name is Smitty.
He's Mr. Smith, Officer Smith.
And you know, everybody loves him in the community. And I think what he did the right thing. I think he did the right thing.
He upheld the law. Like she should have complied, right?
Exactly. I mean,
he's an officer of the law.
And number one, the assistant principal came and talked to the lady first. Was like, yo, this is what you need to do. And so then she decided not to do so. So therefore, then you have to deal with the circumstances. That's just like going to a convenience store. No shirt, no shoes, no service. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I got this shit on the fucking wall saying, hey, no mask. You can't come in.
But listen, T, this is the same story that plays out a lot of times with the cop being a white man and the perpetrator, I'll say minimally, being a black man. And a lot of times the black man either ends up severely injured or dead. And the same people that are calling the precinct right now, threatening Smitty's life, are the same people that holler fucking Blue Lives Matter when that shit goes down.
Right.
It's so apparent. Like, and I'm a huge on apples to apples comparisons. And this is absolutely it. Like, this cop was doing his job, right? He was doing his job.
She should have complied.
She did not comply.
So he should have shot her within the narrative and everything else. Then, you know what I'm saying, they shouldn't have had a problem with her doing that, because those are the people that say, well, if they would have complied, then this right there. And then let's what's her criminal record? Let's look at her background. Let's start pulling that shit up, what she did back in 1985. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot.
I mean, let's do all that. Let's go.
Let's see her mugshot.
Right.
Let's see her mugshots. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's see her mugshot. Okay.
But in jest, we talk about it this way. That's how we deal with it. But honestly, this black cop was doing exactly what others in his position have done. He's black. The perpetrator was white. In those other situations, the cop was white and the perpetrators were black. But there's a whole different outcry right now, right? There's a whole different outcry right now in reference to this particular situation, and it is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Let me
Like
tell
it
you,
is just it's disgusting.
Key, let me tell you how disgusting it is. It's so disgusting that as a person, you should take, if you do wrong, you should admit that you did wrong
Mm-hmm.
and keep it moving. But as we know, society, we always deflect on some shit. So her crying to people was like, my son was homeless because of him. No,
What? What?
your
Huh?
son,
What? Huh?
she said, because she was detained and arrested, that her son was homeless. So, because of his action of arresting her, I don't know if the young man didn't have a key or nothing. I don't I don't know how that works, but she screamed that he was homeless, blaming, what I'm saying, because of because of the force that was given to him.
Right.
No, you decided to get in this man's face, yell, scream, touch, whatever, this police officer. You did that.
Mm-hmm.
Your choices, and you thinking that, what I'm saying, everything is what I'm saying, white as rice is fine and shit. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. So if you can't complain, you can't blame this man for your actions, for you winding up in the clink. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
My thing,
Pretty
my
It's
much.
thing,
you.
my thing is right here.
Absolutely.
Your baby. You know your baby ain't have a key to the house. You knew you was the only way him to get in the house. Then guess what? When you see, that's what I'm saying. This is where you have to think of the future, because your temporary attitude got your future and fucked up. So
Right.
no, that was totally your fault. No, because guess what? If I know that my son is at the school and I don't have a mask on,
I
I
can't
try.
get arrested right now. I
I
can't
try.
get detained.
I try to get in, sneak in without my mask. Okay, I forgot my mask. One thing you're not gonna, because guess what I would have done? I can't get a mask in the middle of the game. All you gotta do is leave, get in your car, drive to the nearest convenience store, go get a damn mask, put
And
the
come
shit
back.
on, and come back.
But she wasn't. But the thing about it, she was not arrested for not wearing a
The
mask.
mask. She was asked to leave.
She was arrested for not complying with school policy.
Policy.
No, no, no,
Exactly.
no.
You
She
know what I'm
was
saying?
not
No,
arrested
it says
with
right here.
not
She said
with
that
school policy.
yeah, it says that she was
Arrested for
yeah,
trespassing.
for
Once I
trespassing.
once I kick you off my
Right.
Criminal
property.
trespassing. Criminal trespassing, yeah.
Right.
And resisting arrest.
Right.
See,
Exactly. Exactly.
this
So when the
Which led to him grabbing her by the arm and trying to detain her.
exactly. So when the assistant principal, before Smitty ever got involved, when the assistant principal came and was like, "Yo, you don't have a mask on. You need to leave." There are signs posted where you need to wear a mask. You could have got up, like Bishop said, taking your ass on out. You could have said, "Hey, does anybody have a mask that I can wear?" Or let me go and
conflict
leave and
resolution.
go to the convenience store, which is right down the street. There's one down the street from every fucking high school that exists to man, because kids buy snacks, bought you a couple of masks, and brought your ass back. But no, what did you do?
Right. That's what I'm saying. My thing is this right here, because that's what the first thing I would have did. Like, hey, if my son's playing the game, can I, if I leave and go get a mask, can I come back? You know what I'm saying? Boom. Because guess what? I'm sure the assistant principal would have been more happy. Yeah, go ahead. I'll make sure I walk you to the front. She's able to come back
Right.
in without the charge or whatever. She got to go get out the car. When you've been wearing rhetoric about da 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 da, what you felt was your entitlement was gonna keep you there. And you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like this. It's kind of like you did the stupid move, as you know, when people get fired from the job and it's on Thursday, but I ain't leaving until I get my check. What the fuck, you nervouses? You out of here. No more here. Ain't nobody gonna cut you no motherfucking check because we fired you on that same day. That shit don't work. walk your punk ass up out this damn office, or you before you get tased or arrested. You know what I mean? And what you do, you compound that shit because you don't have good conflict resolution skills, and that's all that took. All that took was thinking. Like, fuck it, I would have did this right here. Oh, I don't have my mask, but guess what I'll do? I'll keep my shirt up like this the whole day.
Basically, there's so many other solutions.
See,
And like you said, it was her privilege that she felt like, especially up against good old black cop Smitty, she was gonna be.
They put that out there too. But they said that she can't be racist because her nieces and nephews are black, and they've never heard her say a racial slur whatsoever.
That doesn't matter. That don't make you not racist.
But the person says, but the person did say, yes, she has a past, but I'm proud of the human being she has become. So she has some shit going on with from the past. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. They don't know. They don't want to dig her shit up and put her shit out there like they would if it was black. You know what I mean?
Yep. But that's it. So I didn't end on a high note like I normally do. I wanted to reveal this like travesty of poor Smitty just doing his job, and he's receiving death threats and shit because he enforced the law that most of the people that are making these death threats agree with. Back to
my
blue.
question is, what was he supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. and for those that are threatening this man's blue life, doesn't his blue life matter? I mean, come on, fools.
It doesn't.
Right.
It's black and blue.
A lot of people are on the fence about that. Like we support Blue Lives Matter, but I'm kind of on the fence about
like jumping double dutch.
You can't have it both ways, bro. You can't have it both ways.
Yes,
man.
they can.
Exactly. You can't. Ladies and gentlemen, look, as always, thank you for joining us here on Straight to Tape. As always, you can catch us on Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Facebook and YouTube. Yo, Rob, you know how we like to do, man.
Yes, sir.
Show some love to the comment section.
Man. Man, thanks for everybody, man, that came through, man, and participated in the live discussion via the comments. We see my man Corey checked in. My man Raj, Big Chief, thanks for coming through, man. Doc Rob came through. Carson, as always, checking in. My man Don Marshall on the check-in. What's up, Mandy? Thank you for coming through. Sheba was in the building. Who else came through, man? I think we got
Lynn was there.
Justin.
Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn is always. Hey, Lynn is Lynn. Get well soon, girl. Get well soon. Yeah. We got Jeremy. I don't want to put her business out in the street, but get well, baby. Jeremy, Justin. I think I mentioned you. Of course, we were always clowning Justin early. We always like fuck Justin, but that's the homie. Thank you for coming through. Homie. Justin is the homie. Quanta, thank you. Skaz checked in earlier. Yep. You know what I mean. So big up to him.
Yo, I was on Skaz's live stream right before I dropped in here, and he was getting it.
All right, cool. And who else? My man Champ came through. Jimmy, Big Jimmy, thank you for coming through as always, man. And just love to everybody that supports Straight to Tape, man. Much love to all of y'all, man. We love y'all, man. As always, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. But again, thank you for supporting Straight to Tape.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you. Bishop, what you got going on, my brother? Should we expect IR on Wednesday night?
I don't know what you said there, Soundwave, but because that
what
came in.
What can we expect from IR on Wednesday night?
Oh man, the same old man. We're gonna
what can we expect from IR tonight?
So we're gonna dig deeper into more. Yeah, you're sounding terrible. We're gonna dig deeper into the Breonna Taylor case. We're going to talk about sports, you know what I'm saying, about the Lakers getting in the finals, you know what I'm saying, seeing what's going on with this Miami and Celtics game or whatever. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good time, we might bring some some people in. I think Keish is coming back next week. She took a vacation last week. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look out for some other stuff from Bishop Omega. You know what I'm saying? Coming. I'm not sure if I'm able to say it right now, but we're working on some things. So be tuned in for more content from your homie Bishop. Yeah. Oh, also, I was on Cosby.
Thank you.
Also on Cosby's show. I just did Cosby's show the other day. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nice.
Yep. Inside Voices. So y'all check.
Cosby.
Yeah, y'all check out Inside Voices. I don't know
how that's possible because you never use your inside voice. Ever.
My inside voice is outside voice.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is outside.
That's because you outside.
He's
outside.
Yeah,
he's outside.
Them baby sleep would be a whole different daggone tone.
Yep.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for coming and spending your Sunday afternoons with us. For the comedian Tico de Gallo.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Toodle.
Toodle.
Toodle who?
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo. I can't. Nobody else needs to say goodbye. That's good enough. Say bye. Just say bye. Goodbye.
Thank you. And the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y.
Damn, nigga, I said toodaloo. Toodaloo.
Yeah, but I just said Keisha. I'm trying to give it anyway.
Toodaloo.
Yo, Rob, man, say goodbye to the folks, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, yo, I'm not saying toodaloo, but we out, man. We out. Thank you again for joining Straight to Tape. Thank you.
Sayonara.
Thank you.
You ever notice nobody's skedaddles anymore? Nobody skedaddles anymore.
No, nobody skedaddles anymore. That's like Skittles. Don't want no Skittles. Anyway, we out, y'all. We'll see you next week. Same time.